हाय गाइस, वेलकम टू ऑलिव बोर्ड। लेट्स सी कि अब बचे हुए दिन में हाउ यू शुड बी टारगेटिंग योर ईएसआई स्पेसिफिकली फॉर नाबार्ड। देखो, वैसे मैं बात करूं नाबार्ड और आरबीआई दोनों का ईएसआई की स्ट्रैटेजी मोर और लेस इट विल बी सेम, बट इन दिस वेरी सेशन आई विल फोकस मोर ऑन नाबार्ड क्योंकि मैं पीवाईक्यू जो डिस्कस करूंगी वो नाबार्ड के बेसिस पे है। फॉर आरबीआई आई विल कम अप अगेन विद अ स्पेशल सेशन, बट विद द डिस्कशन ऑफ पीवाईक्यू आई विल आल्सो टेल यू कि क्वेश्चंस जब नाबार्ड या आरबीआई फ्रेम करता है तो किस तरह से फ्रेम कर रहा है। वील जस्ट डिस्कस फर्स्ट द टॉपिक्स दैट यू हैव टू स्टडी। सो दिस इज द सिलेबस। इफ यू वर अ सीरियस एस्पिरेंट, आई बिलीव अगर आप फेज 1 क्वालिफाई कर रहे हो, if anybody is getting 40 marks in the merit section, लग जाओ यार फेज 2 की प्रिपरेशन में। क्लोज टू 20 days 25 days बचे हैं। दिस इज द सिलेबस ऑफ ईएसआई। अगर मैं बात करूं स्टैटिक कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है, देन आई वुड से देखो इंपॉर्टेंट है। प्रीवियसली देयर हैव बीन क्वेश्चंस ऑन पोस्ट ग्लोबलाइजेशन एंड सर्टेन क्वेश्चंस इवन इन योर एसे पेपर। The static portion plays a very important role. If you have to write anything about climate change, you will fall short of words if you do not have clear knowledge about what was going in the history and why is climate change such a hot topic. What happened in the Stockholm conference? It just elevates your answer if you know the basis of it. So in essay also you have to write 400 words, and you cannot write anything that should make some good sense. These are the topics that you have to study. This is what you might have seen in your syllabus as well. But here I'll tell you more about how you should be covering all these topics. I hope you all know your ESI paper. It comes under your paper 2. So paper 2 में it's of 100 marks. 50 marks is for objective and 50 marks is for descriptive. इस 100 marks में आपका ESI and ARD both comes. So ESI, ARD, they typically, it's more probable that they'll keep a balance 50-50. Sometimes if it's heavily tilted towards ARD, then also it doesn't go beyond 55%. So that means ESI also has a significant portion in your paper. It's not like it's heavily, like too much tilted towards ARD. There's a balance that is there. In the objective portion, 50 questions, 30 questions will be there. 2 marker question, 1 marker question, 2 marker 2 questions, and 1 marker 1 question will be there. That's how 30 questions will be there. 2 marker 20 questions and 1 marker 10 questions will be there, and this will make 50 marks paper. In descriptive, you will be given 6 questions. 4 questions will be should be attempted by you. So here 2 questions you have to choose from 15 marker and 2 questions you have to choose from 10 marker. But then what was the cutoff? And now comes the main idea, because phase 1 mein jo kar liya so kar liya. Once you qualify phase 1, this is where everything will depend. Ki phase 2 ke marks, it will be added. In fact, interview ki time pe bhi, interview and phase 2 marks, they both are added. That means it makes sense that you try and prepare for your phase 2 in such a way that you are not dependent too much upon your interview. Definitely interview is to be prepared in a very rigorous way, but then again, you should try that you are scoring at least 130 plus, because anything which will go less than this, I feel it will be tough for you in phase 2, because all those who will be attempting phase 2, they are the creamy ones. Some unfortunate one will be phased out in phase 1 itself, but these are unfortunate people. But otherwise, जो भी phase 2 के लिए qualify कर रहा है, they have good knowledge about the subject, and they are certainly at the same platform. So that means here comes the main thing where you have to actually learn from the previous mistakes. देखो phase 1 में what all mistakes you did, and now you have to move ahead. You might be saying कि phase 1 में there were a lot of bouncers. Same will happen in your phase 2 as well. But then you have to be very well prepared. Especially if I talk about descriptive part. Descriptive part requires a lot of practice. And if you want to score at least 30 out of 50, which is which is a good score, I would say. In fact, last year the 31 was the cutoff, but then you must aim to score at least 40, 35, 40. That's that you should aim at. But then I would say, let's not first focus upon what should be the end goal. Abhi simple process pe focus karte hain. Whatever you have read enough. Now the time is to start writing it. Take a keyboard, a normal one, not a fancy one. जो basic keyboard आता है उसको purchase करो and start typing your answers. See how much time are you taking, because time management will be must in your examination. The other thing which I want to focus is start writing it. At least try to write 3 to 4 answers a day. If not 3 to 4, at least start from 1 to 2 answer. And then, as the week progresses, you should at least try to write 4 answers a day, at least 7 days before the exam. The last jo hafta hoga, or I would say once the result comes out, uske baad koshish karo that every day you are writing 3 to 4 answers. You are getting it checked with somebody who has knowledge about it. I'll tell you where you should actually go to, but then first I want to discuss that, what should be the target. 130, 130, 135 should be the target as of now. It can go to 140 as well, but then this is the target. Interview ki preparation, the final cut of the interview preparation, we'll talk about it afterwards. But the portions from the static that you have to cover: nature of Indian economy, inflation, poverty, unemployment. There have been a lot of talks about that poverty line estimation technique should be changed. So you can expect a descriptive answer on this. Economic reforms, there have been multiple questions in the previous years. It can be asked again. Rural banking, international economic institutions, there have been questions on this in this area as well, although objective questions were asked. Indian agriculture's food security, predominantly the question, if at all it is coming from this area, you would find that it's talking about agriculture. ARD portion will actually cater more to this segment. Education, health, gender issues, these are the questions that from here the questions have been asked in the previous years as well. Like I'll just tell you one thing. From economic reforms, the question in 2022 was regarding the benefits of globalization. See, very easy question, a 10-marker question it was. If at all somebody has just gone through the syllabus, LPG reforms, what all is economic reforms? After all, LPG reforms, agar kisi ne thoda bhi padha hota, you would have easily able to score very good in this. Again, a question from economic institutions, or again LPG reforms questions were there. The question from your food security, not institutions, food security, PDS system. PDS we discuss in food security, as well as you also discuss PDS in your agriculture portion. You could have written a very well balanced answer, but then writing a balanced answer is only possible if you are practicing it daily. If you are not practicing it, it will create trouble for you only. If we move ahead and we talk about what all you have to focus. The focus should be on government schemes. MG Narega, it's the favorite scheme, I would say, of NABARD. Question can come again, though there was a descriptive question last year. This year may not be a descriptive one, but it can be asked in objective part again. Reports and indices, PIB news, last 1 year minimum. Because I believe that if you were sitting for the exam for this year, you will have covered at least 4, 5, 6 months of PIB news. But then again, the next portion is the PYQ. Though I'll take special session where we'll be solving together the PYQs. But then before taking that, I just want to give you a portion where I would like to tell you पहले क्या पूछा गया था. So if you talk about objective part in 2023, they asked about MG Narega. They even asked about PM Vishwakarma. In fact, I would say in 2023 again, they asked a question about this employment as well. So what are the schemes that actually triggers your employment? You had to explain 1 to 2 schemes. So, that kind of a question was being asked. Swamitva scheme was there. Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan se there were questions. So remember one thing. Last year, Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan se they asked you a descriptive or objective question. And again, in your phase 1 this year also there was a question. But then nevertheless, KVK se there was a question. KVK, I would say it was more catering to your ARD portion. And then sickle cell anemia was also there. A question from sickle cell anemia. Next, for 2022, they asked about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Namaste. There were a couple of questions from economics survey as well. E-Naam, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, and so on. In your descriptive part, you can just see over here institutional credit, financial inclusion, which is very important as far as your NABARD is concerned, even for your essay writing. They did ask questions from demographic trends picked up directly from the syllabus. They have also asked questions from Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, globalization, DNRLM. There was a descriptive question. So you can just see over here that the schemes, they are not only asked in your objective part, but if in fact a descriptive question is also coming from your schemes, then PDS, public distribution system, and your inclusive growth. So inclusive growth, financial inclusion, digital literacy, the DPI, which is there, digital public infrastructure, which is very much there in news. You can expect questions from these areas. Now, if you ask me what is the type of paper, like it is current or static, in phase 1, I would have said heavily tilted towards current affairs. But in phase 2, you never know. There's a question mark. For descriptive, static portion, you need to have clear understanding about. For your objective, certainly yes, more questions are from the current affairs. But then if you are confused, I would ask you not to waste your next 20 to 25 days. These are very crucial. And one more thing, even if you practice your objective, that's great. But then what about the descriptive ones? You have to write the answer. You have to get it checked. So that's where this dedicated course would be helping you out. 60 plus ESI and ARD classes will be there, where I would be taking up your ESI, as you all know. In fact, there will be English classes as well, descriptive ones. You will be provided with notes. You can read wherever you feel you are lacking, monthly magazines to cover whatsoever aspects is being left throughout your preparation. 20 objective and 25 descriptive mocks will also be there. But remember one thing, in the 60 plus classes that we'll be taking, classes will be there on static portion, which we are going to cover in 10 to 15 classes, because ये एक complex, बहुत ही comprehensive pack होगा. We'll not only focus on static portion coverage, we'll also try to practice some MCQs with you. And then we'll also try to practice descriptive answer writing. Live descriptive answer writing practice sessions would be there. For ARD, it will be Suraj sir. For ESI, it will be me. And that's how we are going to progress in this very crash course. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, or you can ask the support system which is there from the Olive Boards platform. If any doubt you have regarding the course and all, you can write it in the comment section below. We'll be happy to help you out. Thank you and have a nice day and all the best. Again, I'm telling you, if you are anywhere near 40, you're crossing that 40 marks, somewhere around 40 you are getting in your phase 1, you might have checked by now your answer scripts. Memory based ही होता है definitely. So that's why I'm saying, अगर 40 cross कर रहे हो, then please start your preparation there and then. Don't waste much of your time now. It's a crucial time ahead. So that's all from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.